Thank you for the honor. Actually, my wife had some viral infection in the eye. She is recuperating from that. So sometimes the blood vision. So I'm presenting here. So we are working with, as you know, this U.S. Air Force Research Laboratory from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. They have problems largely related to military problems, and that's why sleep deprivation is one of the biggest problems in military, and also the medical doctors who are practicing, emergency duty, and intelligence persons. So this is one of the biggest problems, and we would like to see how is there any brain injury and can be protected. As you know that sleep deprivation, the practical results is intelligence failure, decision-making problems. So we have taken this project together with the Department of Defense, European Office of Aerospace Research Laboratory, and my colleagues are from different organizations, Romania, Spain, United States, Russia, India, Austria. So again, our views are our own. It has nothing to do with any government organization that we are working with. Sleep deprivation is very common in military personnel, and even 12-hour sleep deprivation can make our military personnel wrong in even simple mathematical calculations. So this shows that probably it has affecting our intelligence or higher functions in some way. And you know, further traumatic brain injury in sleep deprived persons can be further exacerbated. So these investigations we are working, and we try to influence with alpha-melanocyte stimulating hormones, well known in sleep regulation, and also many neurotrophic factors. I'm showing some of the results with you. This is a cartoon I show that sleep deprivation can influence not only brain function but all other functions in the body. For example, impaired cognition, increased symptoms of depression, increased risk of breast cancer, stroke risk, anxiety, diabetes, weight gain, and heart disease. Sleep deprivation is further compounded by combat stress, and according to US military manual, this is one of the biggest problems of 21st century. Not all of you know, but I would like especially to show this cartoon to you. That paper, the paper is published in Nature in 1997, and you can see that the performance of sleep deprivation for even 26 hours could be equal to high increase in alcohol concentration in the blood. So this problem is very serious, and not much has been done before. As you can see that our brain levels at different parts, they control the sleep, and it can induce risky behaviors. I'm not telling that it can lead to violence or whatsoever, but these are the problems. And I can tell you that sleep deprivation affects alpha MSH level, alpha melanocytic hormone level here, you can see here. Okay, this is there. So it just shows that both increase and decrease levels are affecting sleep levels. This is an example that alpha MSH also protects brain endothelial cells in cell culture. And there are certain literature I'm showing alpha melanocyte stimulating hormone is decreased in plasma of patients with acute brain injury. Alpha MSH hormone is critically injured in critically injured trauma patients. So they are involved in this kind of activity. And then you can see that serum BDNF levels are also decreased. And as you can see that this can contribute to less neurotrophins and brain injury. So therefore, we believe that exogenous supplement of alpha MSH and or BDNF could influence brain protection under these conditions. We have used standard protocols for sleep deprivation. This is inverted flower pot surrounded by water. I can show you this picture. This is one of the classical model of sleep deprivation where the rat is placed on an inverted flower pot around the water, and water temperature is regulated. So when certain times they try to sleep, it tells in water and sleep is disturbed. Then the model is traumatic brain injury is similar, and the sleep deprivation and traumatic brain injury exacerbates brain pathology was awarded top 15% technology award to my wife, Aruna, in 2016, I guess, by National Innovation. Here is the citation. Co-administration of nano-wired alpha-melanocyte stimulating hormone and cerebralizing enhanced nerve protection in concussive head injury following sleep deprivation. This was 2016. We are very happy to do that. So here if you can see that sleep deprivation induced pathophysiology of brain damage, and what are those things? Blood-brain barrier disturbances, brain edema formation, plasma alpha MSH level, and plasma BDNF level. These are the control levels, and after 48 hours, these values where blood-brain barrier permeability is increased, brain edema is increased, plasma alpha MSH and BDNF level were down. When we have combined the 24-hour CHI, means concussive head injury, all values were significantly increased and some values like alpha MSH and BDNF were significantly decreased. Then we have given this nanowire treatment, and you can see alpha MSH that those values, they are decreased, they have enhanced alpha MSH level and also BDNF level, and when we combine with even traumatic brain injury, they were able to protect it. These are the examples of neuronal damages. Sleep deprivation is progressive, 12 hour, 24 hour, 48 hours and 72 hours. There are many neuronal cells were damaged, and more importantly, when we have inoculated with certain nanoparticles from engineered nanoparticles from metal like copper, silver, and aluminum, the damage was further exacerbated. It means that our military personnel are exposed to various kinds of nanoparticles. When they have sleep deprivation, probably it is damaging more. Experimental conditions we have used here, silver and copper were much more damaging than aluminum. That's why it's only silver and copper were shown. Then we have used alpha MSH 100 microgram per kilogram and cerebralized in a balanced composition. And I'm showing you the data here. This was picture we have seen before, but this is sleep deprivation and concussive head injury, 24-hour right side and 24-hour left side. They were much more aggressive brain pathology seen when these two factors were combined. When we have given cerebralizing plus alpha MSH, they have superior neuroprotective effects after sleep deprivation plus traumatic brain injury. And at electron microscopy also you can see here that sleep deprivation plus traumatic brain injury was significantly attenuated by alpha MSH treatment here together with cerebralizing. You can see here that there are many other aspects of damages. This is quite clear and compact. These are the neuronal changes. You can see right side and left side after 48 hours sleep deprivation plus 24-hour traumatic brain injury, and alpha MSH and cerebralizing treatment make many neurons quite normal. So we can say that probably our results are showing for the first time that alpha MSH plus cerebralizing has a significant effect under these conditions. And this treatment also restored, that is the first point, level of alpha MSH and BDNF not reported before. And again I show you the same picture that when we use drugs for nano delivery, we must understand the value and protective nature of the drug. Not anybody or any drug given nano delivery can do good. And these are the paper review written by my wife some time ago, 2016. It also says that probably this is one of the mechanisms that nanowire can penetrate the cells, release their compounds, and stay there, and that's why they have long lasting, and they are also not attack any metabolic enzymes to destroy the drug for some time. And therefore we believe that nano delivery of cerebralizing could be in many other cases also. They are working in spinal cord injury as well. I'm not showing those things. So co-administration of nanowire, and also we have shown previously serotonin and other antibodies are also effective. So nano delivery could be the future of things in medicine. We are also working with Nobel laureate Andrew Shelley in Miami. We have small fragments of different peptides. We are using them with nano delivery in combination and see how we can attenuate or enhance further neuroprotection. He is famous for discovery of CRH. That is the Shelley lab. So I again emphasize that nanomedicine is the need of the hour, and I just showed this book. just released. Other groups were also released, and these are our collaborators, supporters, especially Swedish Strategic Foundation in Stockholm, and Base Hospital in CGS1. This is the University of Basque Country in Spain, with our Swedish government, and Romanian Foundation, and some other organizations, including India EU program. These are our fund givers, our collaborators from different parts of the world. We are from Uppsala University, and here I stop by to listen your comments and further suggestions. Thank you very much for your time.
Golf clap. I like that. Go ahead, please.
I've got two questions. First, like in the sleep deprivation, is it a reversible process? Your neurons get damaged and then its own gets better. And second thing, that how many doses you need to give for the titanium dioxide nanoparticles? Because are you worried about that over the long period of time they get accumulated in the brain?
First question is very good. We still don't know that is it reversible or not, because our permission does not allow sleep deprivation beyond 72 hours. It would be very interesting if we have some experimental permission that after 72 hours of sleep deprivation, animals will be allowed for 1 month, 2 months. But so far, we are not successful in this case. So I can only say that this is progressive up to 72 hours. And if drugs are given after 12 hours or 24 hours, some neuroprotection can be seen. So maybe it is partially reversible or something like that. I cannot pinpoint at this time. The second question was the dose. We have used normally one time the dose, because they are very titration we have done, what kind of dose and what time. In our hand, the drugs that we have administered after 12 hours and even 12 hours for 24 and 48 hours, 24 hours after up to 72 hours, and we can see that because for real treatment in clinics, we need more time. So 12 hours and 24 hours after sleep deprivation and traumatic brain injury given for 24 and even 48 hours, the drugs were protected. But beyond, our experimental permission does not allow, so I can say that we have given only once.
Okay. Any other questions, folks? Go ahead, please.
What is the status of clinical trials using cerebrolysine in the neurological disorders or neurodegenerative diseases?
Cerebrolysine is manufactured in Austria, and it is being run for clinical trials in traumatic brain injury, stroke, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease in many parts of the world, including United States, Europe, China, Asia, and there are all published literature is available, so one can find. And so it is already going on, and even for Alzheimer's disease, it is shown that it can delay the pathophysiological functions for 3 months with certain kind of dose. So it is well accepted.
Okay. Any other questions, folks? All right, we'll give them a round of applause.